Sunday night we went out to dinner, my daughter and I, and we sit down at the restaurant and then she starts sniffing out, like I'm sitting next to her and she's sniffing away from me and she's like, Mom, what is that perfume? It smells really good. But she wasn't smelling towards me. And I said, why don't you smell my arm? She's like, it's you. So
Mhm.
how is it that her nose is going away from me when I'm the one that was wearing, and what I had on was, I just did a body splash of Sacred Blue.
Yeah.
And
Um, yeah, it's not always super close to like at some point it will be close to the body, but it starts to kind of linger out and just um like it will stay like in your energy body or your aura for a while. Like it as the as you inhale fragrance, right? Or better yet, you put a drop on. It goes through about 4 or 5 cycles of like this flowering, right?
uh
And each level, the first few seconds it smells one way, and then about 10 seconds later it smells a different way, and then about another 10, 15, 20, even 30 seconds a different way, and then another one another way. Each one of those is also, it's the plant is flowering, so there's molecules coming out, but it's also an energy, right? And so the energy of that unveiling, unwinding, whatever you want to call it, kind of can interact in your energy body and then just stay in a particular area. And like a perfect example of this is of a plant doing it itself is myrrh in the sun. The hotter it gets, the more that the myrrh breaks down and starts to put molecules up in the air, but it lingers around the plant to diffuse the impact of the sun coming down on the plant and the bark and all that. If it just evaporated, and flowered and just released, it wouldn't be protecting the plant. So part of it is it unwinds to a certain degree, and then it almost kind of like hovers a little bit.
I thought that was a really nice experience. I hadn't,
Yeah.
it was just really strange to see her smelling away from me when it was actually on me, but that makes sense.
Yeah, there's a way of blending where you use a little bit of a high note, a little bit of a low note, and then a bunch of middle notes. And you can really refine how that happens around a person. That's tied to more like doing things for perfumery than it is for therapeutic applications. But that is kind of a process that you would do for making perfumes with essential oils.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Greg.
I would say Sacred Blue kind of falls into that category. It's got a little bit of a heavy note. It's got a bunch of middle notes, and then it's got a little bit of a high note. I mean, I didn't do it for that, but I could see how it would do that. Yeah. Yeah.